Everyone, my name is Leanne and welcome to Leanne's Life. Today I have a what's for dinner video for you, 4 different meal ideas that I'm sure you will love. If you like these types of videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video. Now let's get right on into it.
So tonight I am going to be making just a piece of salmon, and I just found some stuff in the refrigerator that I'm just gonna throw together. It's just me, so I'm just gonna have just myself. So I'm going to add and marinate the salmon for about 10 minutes with this lime juice, salt and pepper, and a little bit of olive oil. And then I am also going to cook up the onions and the mushrooms and the cilantro. Actually, I'll throw the cilantro into the marinade and leave a little bit for garnish. But I'm just going to cook up the onions and the mushrooms to make them soft, and then cook the salmon. And I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to have for my side, but you'll see that coming up. Okay, so right now I am going to pour the lime juice over top, put in some cilantro, a little bit of pink salt, and some black pepper, and some olive oil. And just make sure the fish gets covered, the salmon gets covered. And I'm just gonna set this in the fridge for about 10-15 minutes. So right now I'm just gonna cook up and put a little bit of olive oil at the bottom of the pan and cook up the mushrooms and onions. And I'm just going to season these with a tiny bit of salt and pepper. Then I'm just going to show you here. I'm deciding to make, I had some leftover rice in the fridge, so I'm just going to cook up this basmati rice, and I threw a little bit of cilantro and some black pepper in it. So I like my vegetables when I cook them a little crunchy and not totally cooked. So right now I'm going to remove the mushrooms and onions and just set that aside. And then I'm just going to add, actually I'm not. So what I'm going to do is take my salmon that's been marinating and place it down, and I'm just going to put the lime juice and cilantro over it. And I'm going to cook it on this side for about 5 minutes, and then 4 to 5 minutes. It's a small piece. And then I will flip it over and cook it for another 2 minutes. So now that it's right before it's done, I'm going to add the onions and mushrooms, and I added capers too. Just going to throw those in to reheat them. Then I am going to heat up just for a minute this pineapple. And then once it's heated through, I will just plate it. All right, so here's what's for dinner tonight. Again, it's just a piece of salmon with some onions, mushrooms, cilantro, pineapple, and some basmati rice, a little jazzed up with the cilantro and some pepper. So tonight, what's for dinner is this Everyplate balsamic glazed pork chops. So what you need are some Yukon Gold potatoes, a zucchini, some fresh thyme, 2 cloves of garlic, some chicken stock, and 2 pork chops. So the first thing you need to do is preheat your oven to 450 degrees. Okay, so tonight I'm just gonna throw together this pasta meal. I don't have a recipe for it, but I'm just throwing together a few things. I'm gonna use these egg fettuccine noodles that I got at Fresh Thyme. I'll link that grocery haul above for you to check that out. And then I have some of this pancetta that I also got at Fresh Thyme. I'm gonna fry that up and then make it like an olive oil garlic type of dressing, or not dressing, sauce on top, and then just add some salt and pepper and some Parmesan cheese. So let's see how this turns out this evening.
I've got the time to show my love and what it's all about. Fading up, fading down below the laser guns. I've got a heart that has been traumatized. Don't wake me up, don't wake me up, my dreams can never lie. Don't leave me alone, I got so much more to give. Don't leave me alone, so much more to give you, Rachel. Do you got time to show your love and have a second thought?
Okay, the first thing we need to do is get a pot of water to a boil for the pasta, and I'm just gonna salt it. Like Rachel Ray, I think it was, says, salt it like the sea. So we'll get that going now. Next, we're gonna put this pan to medium-high heat, and I'm gonna cook up the pancetta in here. I'm not gonna add any olive oil or any butter or anything because the pancetta is pretty fatty, so all of that will render out.
I got so much more to give. Don't leave me alone, so much more to give you, Rachel. Do you got time to show your love and have a second thought? It's all a blur.
Next, you drop the fettuccine into the boiling water, but then you turn it down low and let it cook on simmer for about 2 to 3 minutes. Next, in the pan that I cooked the pancetta in, I'm just gonna add a little bit more olive oil. Actually, a lot to coat the pasta. Let that warm up a little bit on medium-high heat. And then I will add the garlic in and saute that. Don't cook it too long, and make sure the heat's not too high so it doesn't burn the garlic. Then you add your pasta. I know, I see it. And warm it through. Turn it down, the heat down to low. And at this point in time, I would not add, I'm going to take it off the heat because the garlic is turning brown. I would not add any more salt because the pancetta is salty enough, and we already salted the pasta water. Put the pancetta in there. And toss it. So here's the final product. I just plated the pasta along with the pancetta, topped it with some shredded Parmesan and some black pepper. That's it. Thank you everyone for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy these types of videos. And I will see you in my next one, everyone. Bye-bye.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know